and today we're going to talk about induction again in our series. If you are following along with what we've been doing with induction tops, we checked this out through San Diego Green Building Council, and we have it for 3 weeks. And I wanted to try out induction cooking since I do recommend it for my clients, and I've never got to use it actually in my own home, and I am thinking about converting when I remodel my kitchen. So today, we did a carbonara last week, a vegan carbonara. It was amazing. I had enough to get through a couple meals, and even my daughter got to try it too, and she loved it.
Non-vegan approved too, because I loved it.
Yes, yeah, I had it too for lunch, and she loved it. Today I'm going to do something that I make all the time. I found this product, and I'm not pushing any products. I do not get any kickback from any of this, but it's called Just Egg. And one thing that I really missed was I used to love to do an egg in the morning. I'd throw some salsa on it and then go work out. And when I found this, it was a jackpot. It really, I described, even my son who loves omelets and who's not vegan, he had me make him one, and he said he couldn't tell the difference. And the only way I can describe it is the texture is like if you go to one of those diners and they use the I call it egg batter. It's pretty much the same thing, but this is plant-based. So let's get started. Remember, I'm learning just like you, so I'm using my little handy-dandy book. What I have found is that this is a lot easier than I thought. When I do convert over, it's not going to be as overwhelming as I thought it was going to be. Here, it looks like I want to do a medium to low, so I can go anywhere from 4 to 5, and they have a 4.5 in the middle. So I think I'm going to do a 4.5. Let's see how this goes. Okay, what's it doing? I think it's heating, so let's let it heat. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear the fan. That is one drawback that people think is that they say their induction stovetop is loud. But in my opinion, just when we're all cooking, even with gas, especially when you get a lot of steam, or you've got, you're frying or something, you do tend to turn on your ventilation fan above, which is loud. So to me, it's not a con, because you should be using your ventilation fan. Let's see, temperature. What's it doing here? Oh, you know what? It won't let me do anything unless I put the pan on. That's what I bet it is. There we go. Okay, so now so look at what I learned. I knew that the other day, but I forgot. It does, because it's magnetic, it will not heat up unless this pan, which is magnetic, sits on the top, the burner on the stovetop. So I'm going to do 4.5. Let that heat up. I like to use olive oil. I don't use Pam because the ozone and the aerosol. I just try to avoid those chemicals. Do a little bit of olive oil. Get that healthy fat in there.
Oh, did you hear the difference? You can hear.
Yeah, see, when I picked it up, it took it off. I mean, it shut down. So just want to swirl that around. Let that heat up a little bit. Shake this up. I like to get it warm enough that this kind of almost sizzles, because it will cook pretty quickly. And then I like to season it with pepper and salt. Now you can do, depending on what you like on your omelet. I just like a classic omelet in the morning, because in the morning I'm not a big breakfast eater to begin with, so I don't like anything too, I do throw the salsa on there for some spice, but garlic's not my thing in the morning. But you could add garlic, whatever you want. Okay, let's see. And depending how many, do you like a 2-egg or a 3-egg? I like to just coat the bottom, almost like a crepe. If you've ever made a crepe. Let that start cooking. Starting to boil up. Add my salt, table salt. Iodine is good for you. Some pepper, I always like some pepper in there. I mean, you could do scrambled eggs with this too. It's really bubbling. This is gonna be my lunch too. I don't know about you, but my mom used to, we used to call it Backwards Day, and we would have breakfast for dinner. And as kids, we just thought that was the coolest thing. So I used to do it for my kids, and they thought it was so much fun. Like we'd have pancakes for dinner sometimes, or well, and when mom was with me, when I was really lazy, I would trick them into thinking it was really special to have cereal for dinner. But really it was called, Mom's really tired, she's got home from work, and she has no idea what she's gonna make. So it's really cooking fast. I just wanna I want it to firm up before I flip it over.
Do you find that this is different to work with than real eggs?
I mean, it is a little bit because it's liquid. I mean, compared to the consistency of an egg has that viscous, kind of membrane in there that makes it stick together. I mean, sorry, but it does. And whereas this is made from mung bean. I think it's a mung bean and pea protein and water. So that's why I like to put it on a little bit of higher heat and kind of crisp it up. I'm gonna flip it over now. Wish me luck. I'm using their spatula they gave me. Normally I use something that's a little less chunky. Woohoo! Look at that. So now it's browned up.
Wow, it does definitely look like real egg.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm telling you, it hits the spot. I know I always say comfort food, but I mean, for me, food is, and I think for a lot of people, it's comfort. Stressed, happy, whatever. Okay. I'm gonna throw this on my plate. Since you're watching, I'll get a little fancy. I would say this is probably like a 1-egg omelet, honestly. And then here I'm going to, let's shut it off. Throw my avocado on there. I like to just get my healthy fats there. And then just throw some sauce on there. And that's my morning breakfast on my induction stove. Now, one thing though is what I really like about the induction stove too is it's so easy to clean. Especially imagine on your, like on your island with a cooktop insert. Let me have that first, because I think I'm going to eat while I'm talking. My mom said never talk with your mouth full, but that's one of the things I'm really going to enjoy when I do convert over from gas to induction is the surface will all be one. You can just clean all over it. You don't have the grates to clean, but also too in kind of injecting my timeless modern design that is my signature when I design for kitchens. It will really lend to that look. It'll just be clean and a clean look and modern looking, so I'm excited about that. And if you are interested in our timeless modern design, go to our link in our bio on our Instagram, which is @Blackdoor by TC, and download the link for free.